All right, video 3 of emotion. Let's get right into it. All of us communicate nonverbally as well as verbally. For example, a firm handshake immediately conveys an outgoing, expressive personality. With a gaze, an averted glance, or a stare, we can communicate intimacy, submission, or dominance. Most people can detect what we call nonverbal cues, and we are especially sensitive to nonverbal threats. Experience contributes to our sensitivity to cues, as studies of abused children demonstrate. And this picture right here is, we're asking which one is the fake smile. The smile on the right engages the facial muscles of a natural smile, actually. Our brains are rather amazing detectors of subtle expressions. For example, a mere 10-second clip of a teacher's voice or a face enabled viewers to assess whether the teacher liked and admired the child he or she was addressing. Research indicates that we read fear and anger mostly from the eyes and happiness from the mouth. Introverts are better emotion detectors than extroverts, although extroverts are easier to read. And in the absence of gestures, facial expressions, and tones of voice in emails, this deprives us of an important source of information. Women generally surpass men at reading people's emotional cues, and women's nonverbal sensitivity gives them an edge in spotting lies. Their skill at decoding others' emotions may also contribute to their greater emotional responsive in both positive and negative situations. When surveyed, women are far more likely than men to describe themselves as empathetic. And women also tend to experience emotional events more deeply with greater brain activation in areas sensitive to emotion. In this picture right here, as people of differing cultures and races, do our faces speak different languages? Which face expresses disgust? Which one is anger, fear, happiness, sadness, or surprise? Although some gestures are culturally determined, facial expressions, such as those of happiness and anger, are common the world over. Cultures also share similarities in display rules, such as expressing more emotion to fellow group members than to outsiders. Children's facial expressions, even those of blind children who have never seen a face, are also universal. Charles Darwin suggested that before our ancient ancestors communicated in words, their ability to convey threats, greetings, and submissions with facial expressions helped them survive. Emotional expressions may also enhance our survival in other ways. For example, surprise widens the eyes. It enables us to take in more information. Disgust is going to wrinkle your nose, closing it from foul odors. Cultures differ in how much they express emotions, however. For example, cultures that value individuality display mostly visible emotions. In Chinese culture, which encourages people to adjust to others, personal emotions are less visibly displayed. And like most psychological events, emotion is best understood as a biological, cognitive, and social cultural phenomenon. Facial feedback, or the facial feedback effect, indicates that expressions amplify our emotions by activating muscles associated with specific states. And the muscles signal the body to respond as though we were experiencing these states. For example, students induced to make a frowning expression reported feeling a little angry. Students induced to smile felt happier and found cartoons funnier. Similarly, the behavior feedback phenomenon, shows that if we move our body as we would when experiencing some emotion, like shuffling along with downcast eyes as when we're sad, we're likely to feel that emotion to some degree. So acting as another acts helps us feel what another feels. And this lady right here, she has 2 golf tees attached to her eyebrows, and she was asked to make the T-tips touch. And participants felt sad while viewing scenes of war, sickness, and starvation, and even sadder when they had their sad face muscles activated. So, that's it. Thank you.